Congratulations! We've now completed the 8 domains of the domain blueprint in the courses, labs and quizzes. And you should be feeling ready to book the exam and start your final preparation for sitting the test. So here are a few tips to help you along the way. Read the white papers if you haven't already. If you have read them, reread them. Security, high availability, and the guides in the AWS architecture site are must-dos for this exam. If you felt you struggled in the final batch of quiz questions, don't worry. Do them again and click through to the question descriptions to read and understand the explanations. Each time you do that, that extends your knowledge further. Once you've done the final quiz in study mode, you can select quizzes on any areas you want to work on. I'd suggest study mode over test mode if you really want to take the time to think through each of the questions. I recommend using the Cloud Academy mobile app and aiming to do 1,000 quiz questions before you sit the exam. If you have any areas you want help with, just ask us at support@cloudacademy.com. I also suggest sitting the sample exam, as it can help identify areas you may still need to work on. If you don't do well in the sample exam, don't panic. The sample exam questions can be pretty hard going, but they're another opportunity to research any areas you didn't feel comfortable with. When you go to sit the actual exam, time management is crucial. You will have seen during the sample question discussions that we have limited time to digest and select the right option. If you aim to have 10 minutes at the end to review your answers, with 80 or so questions in this 3-hour exam, it equates to roughly 2 minutes per question. Remember to look for the crux of the question. What is the main issue of this question? What component of AWS is this question testing me on? Highlight the key facts. Eliminate the options that don't look feasible, and evaluate the remaining options based on which is most likely to meet the requirements you've been given. You can't take anything into the exam with you, but you are provided with a pen and paper, so it can be useful to write down key points to get yourself into the rhythm on key facts, crux, and consideration set for those first few questions. I wouldn't recommend overdoing it on caffeine or energy drinks before going in. Just do your usual routine for breakfast or lunch, etc. Perhaps aim to schedule the exam for first thing in the morning when you know you're likely to be at your best. When you review questions you've passed on, you might find your first intuition was actually best. So try to divide your time between all remaining questions at the end so you do improve your chances. If you are stumped by some component or service that you just don't know about or haven't heard of before, try to look for what the question is asking and work with what you know. If you run out of time at the end, better to select an answer than leave a blank. Now, getting the results back straight away can be both elating or deflating, depending on how you go. If you don't pass, do not feel down, okay? It's a hard exam, and many good architects do not pass the first time. Try and think through the areas you didn't do so well in, and then go home, redo the courses, and reread the white papers on those topics straight away. Fire up the Cloud Academy mobile app and do questions every time you're waiting in line or have a spare few minutes. You have 14 days until you can sit the exam again, and whatever you do, don't give up. However, you're going to be fine. You've got everything you need. When you pass, make sure you let us know at community@cloudacademy.com so we can celebrate your success with you. Okay, good luck.